All right, Rob, last night, I mean, it was great night for the NBA. Great night for the NBA. I watched the games, the 2 games on TNT with bated breath. First of all, you had the Milwaukee Bucks led by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Is this a commercial for the NBA?
No, I'm just speaking from my heart. It was great. If you like basketball, I don't know how you couldn't like what you saw last night. Giannis and Wembanyama, Victor Wembanyama, went at it. And Rob, one thing that was different was they were guarding each other for a good chunk. Like nowadays, you don't really see a Steph and a Kyrie guarding each other. A LeBron and Durant, even in their heyday at times, guarding each other. They went at it. They wanted each other's smoke. And then to cap it off, we're not going to really talk about this, but Nikola Jokic, 18-point comeback in the last 6 minutes against Golden State, and then he hits a 39-foot three-pointer at the buzzer, hands all up in his face.
Can't wait to talk about that later. I got thoughts on that.
Really? We weren't going to talk about it.
That's in the
notes. You must be wanting to talk. Okay, you want to talk about Golden State.
No, not Golden State. We're going to talk about the shot.
About what?
The shot later on.
Oh, the shot. Oh, yeah, you're talking about with the 39 to 44 that he said? Yeah. Okay. But anyway, Wembanyama, right, you asked me last night if some of the – correct me if I'm mischaracterizing what you said. But kind of if some of the shine is off Wemby, is that fair?
Yeah. It's definitely harder to watch because they're so bad. Yeah.
It still isn't hard. What's hard for me to watch when I watch the Spurs is the way I think they're misusing Wembanyama. So last night, Rob, Giannis goes for 44 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists. Great performance in 40 minutes. Wemby, 27 points, 9 rebounds, 5 rejections, blocks for those that don't know. In 26 minutes, he got an ankle injury and he's on a freaking minutes restriction. It's the ankle. And if he can go out there and play against arguably the best player in the world for 26 minutes hard, why can't he do it for 34? Come on, man. But anyway, that's what's hard for me to watch with the Spurs. I want to see Wemby get the Michael Jordan rookie treatment, the LeBron James rookie treatment, the Shaquille O'Neal rookie treatment, where you let him play. But that's what's frustrating with me. I mean, the dude is bad, is what I'm saying. Last night, Robbie had several highlights. He had a play in the corner where Giannis is guarding him, and Giannis is a great defender, one of the best in the league. And he just he didn't even have the ball. Threw a couple of juke moves, got wide open under the basket for a dunk. He had a play where he threw the ball off the glass, caught it, and dunked it. He had a play where he went in transition, went behind the back to shake somebody, not a dribble, but just took the ball behind his back and then dunked on Brook Lopez in transition. And, of course, he had the play where he blocked Giannis's shot, which I don't know if anybody else in the NBA going to do that. But the dude's the truth. People jumped on me. And I never said, Robin, you know this, I never said he was definitely going to be better than Olajuwon and Durant and all that. What I said was last year before the draft was that with all of this hype, right, the hype was he's the best prospect in American sports history. And so I was like, with all of this hype, he has to be better than those guys. If he's not better than Olajuwon, who's one of the greatest of all time, with all of the hype, then it's a disappointment. And Durant, it's a disappointment. And from what I see right now, Rob, he will be. He will be.
I'm not convinced, to be honest. I got to say this. I'm disappointed.
Oh, my God.
I'm disappointed that he hasn't had a better or greater impact. How can you add Wemby to any team and be worse That's what I don't understand if he's that guy. And he's a generational talent. And he's a player that we've never seen. And he's going to go down in the record books and the history books of the NBA. And yet his team has 5 wins in 34 games. That doesn't even make sense to me. Ain't no way the Spurs should be worse with Wemby. And I'm not saying, Chris, it's all on him. But if you're telling me it's got to be like we're waiting for other players to make the Spurs better, that doesn't even make sense. How are we waiting for other players to make them better? Nobody's saying they should be 500. Nobody's saying they should be in the mix for the playoffs. They should be better than they were a year ago when you have a guy putting up the numbers, doing the things that he's doing, that they should translate into some wins. Not 5-29. Here we are into 2024, and they're on pace to be one of the worst teams in NBA history. How? How can that guy be attached to that? They got a Hall of Fame coach. They got a franchise that's won nothing but champ. They got a franchise that has history, a storied history of winning. And Wemby shows up, and they turn into, let's get in the lottery again and get another player because we're so terrible. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
How much have you watched of him?
I've watched bits and pieces. You know what I mean? I've watched a lot of highlights, and I've watched a couple of games. I don't watch every Spurs game. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. But I've watched the highlights.
When you watch him play, I got to be honest, I don't see how you can come away with that thought. One, to answer your question, though, I think a big issue, I don't like the way they're handling. That's one. But 29 minutes a game, that's all he's playing. When we look at the other, that's what I meant, Rob, when I was like, let's give him the Shaq treatment, the LeBron treatment, the Jordan treatment. Because when they were rookies, they played 40 minutes. And he's getting 29. So that's a big issue. How he's not able, you can't impact the game as much in 29 minutes. It's just as simple as that. But I think my philosophy in general, and I get it, 5-28 or whatever they
5-29, yeah.
Yeah, that's incredibly incredible losing situation. It's not, Jordan won 38 games as a rookie. That wasn't great. He won, so
that's what we expect. 30-something, 35, you know what I mean.
5 wins. But my thing is, that's not even that important to me. Because I'm watching the way the guy's playing. I don't hold rookies to a standard of winning. I don't hold, really young players in general to a standard of winning. Because I don't expect them to step right into the league and become great players that all of a sudden take their team, to the top of the league or near the top of the league. Unless you already go to a team that's awesome. And so the kid just turned 20. Last night, he went, how many 20-year-olds are going to go mano a mano with, again, I don't think Giannis is the best player in the world, but some people do. But he's arguably the best player in the world. He went one-on-one with Giannis and lived to tell about it, so to speak. In fact, Giannis, do you have any quotes from him, Rob G, quickly? Because Giannis was raving about him. I don't know if we could find the quotes. But, so let's get to the callers, hear what you guys think. I don't hold the Spurs record at all in any way, shape, or form against Wemby. I think the dude is showing us that he's going to be a great one. He's averaging 19, 10, and 3 blocks.